The given below data regarding three different families and their family persons ages. Family X, there are three persons ABC. Sum of their present ages in family X is 10 more than sum of present ages of family Y. Comparison numbers are not given. The percentage of A is 10 years less than I. The percentage of B is 15 years less than E. So in family X, you know that there are three people A, B, C. None of their numbers are mentioned here, correct? Only comparison is given. So nothing can be written here. Next, continue. Family Y, there are three persons in the group, that is D, E, F. Sum of their percentages of family Y is 10 more than that of sum of percentages of family Z. The percentage of D is 5 years more than A. The percentage of E is 25 years less than D. Even here also Y, D, E, F. Three people are there. Here also comparison is given. No number is mentioned. Is next Z. There are three persons, that is G, H, I. G, H, I. Three people are there. The respective ratio of percentages of GHI is 5:2:13. The age of I will be 15 years hence 80 years. After 15 years it will be 80. Then present. Come on. So present age of I is 65. Ratio is mentioned. From the ratio, I is how many parts? 13. How many times is 65? 5 times 25. 2 5 times. Then total number of people in Z are total number of people 3 members and there some 100 years. Now continue Y. In Y they said sum of percentages of family Y is 10 more than that of Z. That means can I say 110 now? And percentage of D is 5 years more than A. D and A are related. E is compared with respect to D. Nothing can be derived here with respect to D, E, F values. Come here. Sum of percentages of family X is 10 more than that of sum of percentages of family Y. That is 120 only. Continue. A's percentage is 10 years less than I. How much is that then? 55. If you can recollect, D's age compared with respect to A. Come to that point. Then here we have percentage of D is 5 years more than A. That means 60. And then E's percentage is 25 years less than D. 25 less than 60? 35. So out of total 110, we already have 95. Remaining is 15. Right. Now we need B and C. The percentage of B is 15 years less than E. 15 less than 35. 20. So out of 120 we already have 75. Remaining, that is percentage of C. Everybody's age is there. I hope you can answer all the questions. You want me to answer questions? Sure. Shall we go to the next one? Anybody want any particular question in these 6? Should I start 47 then? Okay. 50,000 is partly lent at 10% and 5% per annum for 3 years, and the total interest received after 3 years, and the total interest received after 3 years, repeated, right? The statement got repeated, is 12,000. Find the sum lent at 5% simple interest. Okay. Now we have two schemes. In both schemes, it is simple interest only. For 3 years, if the simple interest is 12,000 per year, divided by 3, which is 4,000. I am using allegation here. If total money 50,000, is given at 10% per annum, how much interest we will get? 5,000. If the total money is invested at 5% per annum, interest obtained is amma 7,000 or 2,500. Yes, 2,500. Now when you go for allegation, 1,500 here, 1,000 here, ratio is 3:2. So can I say 60% and 40%? Now the question is at amount invested at the rate of 5% per annum, which is 40% only. 40% of 50,000, how much is that? 20,000. Using reverse method also we can answer. Per year interest is going to be 4,000 only. Come on. For 3 years mentioned as 12,000. Per year 12,000. Now the question is about amount invested at 5%. In reverse method, start taking. There is no money invested at 5%. That means total money is invested at, if it is 10%, how much interest we will get? 5,000. But how much is given in question? 4,000. How much extra we got? Now the reason for getting 1,000 extra is, there is some money which is invested at 5%, but that was converted to 10%. That means in terms of percentage, how much percentage got increased? Because of that 5% increase only, we have 1,000 rupees more, and we want to calculate total money invested, which is 100%. By how many times? 20 times. Answer 20,000. Yes. There are 3 pipes M, N that can fill the tank in 18 hours and then 24 hours respectively. Another pipe O can empty it in 6 hours. If these pipes are opened, pipe M at 2 p.m., N open at 3 p.m. and O open at 5 p.m. Then find at what time the tank will be empty. Okay. Now we have M, N, O. O is an outlet pipe. M can fill the tank in 18 hours, the other in 24 hours, and O can empty it in LCM 72, 4 units, 3 units, minus 12 units. First pipe is opened at what time? 2 p.m. And the last pipe is opened at what time? Now we need to take the position of the tank at 5 p.m. You said first pipe is opened at 2 p.m., right? If the time is 5 p.m., it is open for, first pipe can do 4 units per hour. Like that, if it is open for 3 hours, it can fill 12 units only. Second pipe is opened at 3 p.m. and now the time is 5 o'clock. So it is open for 2 hours. In those 2 hours, N can fill 6 units, and third pipe is just opened now. So in the tank we have 18 units. At 5 o'clock, in the tank we have 18 units. Now at 5 o'clock, all 3 pipes are opened, right? If all are opened, will the tank gets filled or emptied? Emptied. Positive units are 7, negative units are 12. Total all together minus 5. What does minus indicates? Tank gets emptied, and that's what the question. Come on, 18 by 5. That means 3 by 5 hours. That means the tank gets emptied in 3 by 5 hours. From what time? 5 o'clock onwards. That means answer 8 hours, 3 by 5 hours. Convert into minutes, 36 minutes. 8 hours, 36 minutes PM, fourth option. Over. Done. The speed of the boat in still water is 700% more than the speed of the stream. 700% more in the sense it will be 800%. So man speed to stream speed ratio 8:1. I can say 8 parts and then 1 part. If stream speed was 100%, man speed becomes 800%. Ratio 8:1. A boat covers 63 kilometers downstream in 2 hours 48 minutes. So downstream speed in the sense 9 parts only. Distance covered 63. See, usually we'll convert it to 60 minutes. But our time mentioned here is 2 hours 48 minutes, which is not related. Ardhamainda? So that's the reason why I am directly using the formula 2 hours 48 minutes. 48 minutes in the sense 4 by 5. 2, 4 by 5. That means 14 by 5. 5 comes to numerator. 7, 9 times. 7, 2 times. Which is equal to, I'll write it as 9 into 5 by 2. Is that okay? I don't want to write it as 45 by 2. Because how many parts we have left hand side? Right hand side also, if you have 9 combination, it will be easy for us. That's the reason why I am not writing 45 by 2. Okay, right. So from this we can directly say one part is equal to 5 by 2. Now the question is, find the time taken by the boat to cover a distance of 56 kilometers upstream. Upstream in the sense 7 parts only. 7 parts in the sense 7 into 1 part, which is 5 by 2. The question is time to cover 56 kilometers with the speed upstream. 7 into 5 by 2, that comes to numerator. 7 how many times? 8 times. 8 into 2, 16 by 5. 3, 1 by 5. That means 3 hours 12 minutes. Over. Right, 55 onwards, approximations. 37.5%. Can we write it as 3 by 8 into 960 plus 14 percentage of 350. Is that okay? 8 how many times? Amma? 120 times. Right. So far 3 into 120 in the sense 360 plus something else is there. That means answer is more than 360. Go to options. 410. Yes. 65% of 640. Correct? So for time being, let's make it 650. How much extra we are taking? And upon 10 also we need to calculate 65%, right? That means overall you are getting 6.5 extra. Overall you are getting 6.5 extra. Yes. If it is 65% of 650, we can directly calculate 65 square. 65 square, 6 into 7, 42, 25. And this has 6.5 extra. Subtract 6 from this number. 42, 19. Correct? Now if you calculate 65% of 650, that must be 421 point something only. I will treat it as 421 or 422, doesn't matter. Is that okay? 85% of 480. 85% in the sense subtracting 15% only. 10%, 48, half, 24, both together. 72. If you subtract 72, you will get 408. Sum of both the numbers 829. Approximate 824. So usually if you want to calculate 65% of 640, you have to take 50% plus 10% plus 5%. Instead of that, what I am taking this number as 650, I am calculating 65 square and then subtracting 6 from that number. Is that okay? Next, 40 into 27 only. 40 has 0, I will write 0. 27 4 times, double, 27 double, 54 double, 108, 1080. 70 into 90, 70 into 90, 6300, under root of 256. That means 7396. And this is which number square? That's what we want to calculate. Correct? Now when you look at your options, let's say options are nearby 80, 90 something. What is 90 square? Our number is less than that. What is 85 square? 70 to 25. Our number is little bit more than 70 to 75. That means answer must be more than 85. Less than 90. 86. Followed. How much is this fellow? 55 into 55 10 times plus 1 time. Is that okay? 225 into 19 divided by 15. 15 how many times? 15 times of 19 in the sense, treat 19 as 20 minus 1. 20 times of 15, 300. Minus 15, 285. This is 55, right? 550 plus 50. 600, 200. 5 plus 85, 890, fifth option. Got it? Right. 600% of this number. That means 6 times of this number only. 170 6 times minus 75 into 104 divided by 13. 13 how many times? 8 times plus cube root of. What is 20 cube? And our number is little bit more than that. That may be 21 cube or 22 cube. Options have comfortable number difference. So you can treat it as 21 or 22. It's up to you. Whatever you want. 6 times of 100. 6 times of 70. Total 1020 plus 22. 1042. 1042. From this we have to subtract 75 8 times. 8 times in the sense 10 times minus 2 times. 10 times is 750. 75 2 times. 150. Subtracted from 750. 600. Then answer is 442. Which number is nearby 442? 21. 441. Right? So X is 21. Are you okay? What is this? 450 divided by 9. 9 how many times is 45? 5 times. So it will be 50 times only. Plus 84 into 65 divided by 12. 12. 7 times. 7 into 60? 420. 7 into 5? 35. 420, 35. 455 plus 50. Answer 505. 600 divided by 12 only. 600 divided by 12 plus 15 into 60 into 15 divided by 360. 60 how many times? What is our first denominator? So I want to make second denominator is also 12. That means we have to multiply both numerator and denominator with 2. First numerator is 600. That will not change. Second numerator actual number is 225. You have to take 2 times of that number. 400. That means 1050 divided by 12. 12. 8 times 96. And something else is there. That means answer must be in 80s. Fourth option. There is only one which is in 80s. If you have 85, 86, 87, 88, then you need to identify the next digit also. Yes or no? Come on. 14 into 25. 14 20s. 14 5 times. Enta? 280, 70, 350. Next 28 into 25. Can I write 25 as 100 by 4? 4. 7 times into 100. 700. 37.5%. Can we write it as 3 by 8 among 480? 8. 60 times 180. The other one is a negative number, right? So far it is 1230 minus cube root of 125, which is 5. So what number is this? 1225. Which square is 1225? 30. X is equal to 35. Yes. Right, 63. The given below pie chart shows that the number of students playing 6 different sports in college is 4,500. The given below data shows the respective ratio between number of male and female playing different sports. The given below pie chart data distribution is based on the cumulative frequency. Yes, so you need to work here. We have hockey, cricket, tennis, table tennis, volleyball, and then kabaddi. Now start with hockey. How much is that? 68. Cumulative in the sense, in 124 we also have 68. Both together it is 124 only. So to get only cricket, 124 minus 68 we have to calculate. How much is that? 56 degrees. 56 degrees. Next, 184 includes hockey, cricket and tennis, correct? So from that 184, if you subtract 124, which includes both hockey and cricket, you will get tennis only. How much is that? 60 degrees. Next, difference between 156 and then 184, 72. Difference between 304 and 356, 48. Difference between 360 and 304, 56 degrees. These are actual degrees. The given data was cumulative. Cumulative in the sense, by adding repeated numbers. అర్థమైందా? క్యుములేటివ్ అంటే మనకి ఇలా ఇస్తారు, 1 1 plus 2 1 plus 2 plus 3 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 ఇలా ఇస్తారు. సో ఈ రెండింటికి డిఫరెన్స్ తీసుకుంటే 1 క్యాన్సిల్ అయిపోయి ఏముంటుంది? 2 ఉంటుంది. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ దీస్ టూ, 1 plus 2 1 plus 2 gets cancelled and you will get 3. Like that, if you take difference between these three, 1 2 3 1 2 3 gets cancelled and you will have 4. So every time we need to take difference between consecutive numbers, and that's how we got all these numbers. అర్థమైందా? ఇప్పుడు difference between these two, second one cricket, difference between these two tennis, difference between these two table tennis. అర్థమైందా? Cumulative meaning, right? So now you know that 100% value is equal to 4000. In 4500, forget about 0 for some time. See, now what I want is, when you know that 360 degrees is equal to 4500, first value is 68 degrees only. If this 68 is directly compared with respect to 360, like if it is 36 or if it is 72, in place of 68, if I have 36 degrees, I can say 10%. If you have 72 degrees, I can say 20%. If you have 180 degrees, we can say 50%. And respective percentages can be calculated even on right hand side. అర్థమైందా? కానీ మనకున్న నంబర్ ఏంటి అక్కడ? 68. Is 68 anywhere directly related with 360? So now what I want is, I don't want to go for vertical comparison, I want to go for horizontal comparison. అర్థమవుతుందా? Forget about 0 for some time, because left hand side we have 3 digit number, right hand side also if you have 3 digit number, comparison becomes easy. Logic అర్థమైందా? Zeros we can adjust any time. పక్కన 0 పెట్టడమో లేకపోతే తీసేయటం అంతే కదా. Zeros can be adjusted any time. Forget about 0, because left hand side 3 digits are there, right hand side also I want 3 digits. 90 4 times, 90 5 times. That means both are in the ratio 4:2. So now whenever I have a number to convert into degrees to number, I'll first calculate one part, because that is 4 parts. Then I'll convert into 5 parts and then add 0. Got it? అర్థమైందా? If 4 parts is equal to 68, 1 part divided by 4, 17, 5 parts, 17 5 times, 80, and then a 0. Why are we adding 0? In 4500 one extra 0 is there, right? That one. 4 parts is equal to 56. 1 part. 14. 5 times. 70. And then a 0. 60. 4 parts. 1 part. 15. 5 parts. 75. And then a 0. Yes. 72 degrees. Now you can directly calculate 20%. 4 parts, 5 parts, మళ్ళీ 0 అక్కర్లా, రామాయణం అది. ఓకేనా? మనం ఎట్లా ఉండాలి అని అంటే చెమీలియన్ లాగా ఉండాలి. ఎక్కడ ఏ రంగు మార్చాలంటే ఆ రంగు మార్చుకుంటూ కూర్చుంటాం. వాట్ ఈస్ 20% ఆఫ్ ద గివెన్ నంబర్? 9. 48 degrees divided by 4. 12 into 5. 60 and then a 0. 56 degrees already calculated. 700. Yes. Now these are all total players in those respective games. Ardhamainda? Then again in the table we have male and female. Okay. Now first one, male female, how many parts we have? Emma? 9 and 8, how many parts we have? 17 parts is equal to 850. 1 part 50. 9 parts 450. 8 parts 400. Next, how many parts are there? 7 parts 700. 4 parts 400. 3 parts 300. Right? Next, how many parts are there? 15. How many times? 15 50 times. Correct? 11 50 times. 550. Remaining 200. Next, 18 parts. 18 how many times is 900? 50 times. Correct? 13 50s. 650. Remaining 250. Next, how many parts? 10 parts. 10 parts is equal to 600. Each part 60. 7 parts 420. Remaining 180. Next, 5 parts 140. 3 parts 420. 2 parts 280. Got it? Once the table is ready, I hope you can answer all the questions. Right. You want me to explain questions? Sure. Next, shall I start 69 onwards? Right, we have data regarding RRB clerk, SBI and then IBPS. Right, CCE, Aparichit, Study IQ, Alive Board, GK Today, Cloud Efforts. Right, so 0 500. Between 0 500, how many gaps we have? Divisions, 5 divisions. So each division occupies 100. Okay, come on, tell me numbers. 2700, 2900, 3000, 1800, 1500, 2000, 2100, 2000, 2300, 1900, 1800, 1700, 1600, 1400, 1500, 2300, 2400, 2500. Once the table is ready, better start questions. First convert the data given in bar chart to tabular form. Then it will be simple. Total number of aspirants who subscribe to Aparichit for SBI clerk, RRB clerk. SBI and then RRB. These two only. What is sum of those two? 3,300. So 3,300 is approximately what percent of number of people who subscribe to IQ and Alive Board for RRB clerk? IQ and then Alive Board. Sum of these two numbers. Come on. 4,000. So 3,300 is approximately what percent of 4,000? That's what the question. So now 3,300 divided by 4,000 into 100. 3 zeros can be cancelled. 4, 8 times. 4, 2 times. How many are there? How many are there? Only one. 82 and a half. Done. What is the average number of aspirants who subscribe to Cloud FIs for all 3 years together? Cloud FIs. These 3 only? If you look at those numbers, they are consecutive numbers, right? Middle number is average. 2400. What is the difference between number of aspirants who subscribe to all 6 platforms together for a IBPS clerk and then SBA? And these two, we need to add values and then need to go for difference, correct? Instead of that, can we go for individual difference and then add? But then order is important. Subtract SBI from IBPS. Always you need to subtract S value from IBPS only, because sometimes you may get positive numbers, sometimes you may get negative numbers. Order is important, correct? Yes. First value 100 more, 500 more, total 300 more, total 900. 100 less 800. 100 more 900. 100 more over. Followed. What is the respective ratio between number of aspirants who subscribe to Ali board for SBI clerk and then IBPS together? Ali board, SBI clerk and then IBPS clerk together. These two, how much is the total? 3500. To the top, GK today for IBPS RRB clerk and then SBI clerk. GK today for RRB clerk and then SBI clerk. Both together. And for these two, we were asked to calculate ratio 500 7 times, 500 6 times, ratio 7:6, second option. The total number of aspirants who subscribe to Cloud FIs for RRB clerk and IBPS clerk together. Cloud FIs, RRB and then IBPS both together. How much is that? 4800 is approximately what person more or less than aspirants who subscribe to Study IQ for SBI clerk and then IBPS clerk. Study IQ, SBI and then IBPS both together 4300. So with respect to 4300, 4800, is it more or less? How much more? 500 more upon 4300 into what is 10% of the denominator? Still you need to add 70, right? What is 1% of the denominator? 43. Our number is more than that. What is 2% of the denominator? Our number is less than that. So approximately we can treat it as 1.5%. So answer must be approximate to 11.5%. Go to options. Go to options. Approximate answer to 11.5. 12%. Got it? If the number of aspirants who subscribe to Daily IQ is 20% more than total number of aspirants who subscribe to GK today. It is about total aspirants, right? GK today 1600, 1400, 3000, 1500, 4500, and now they said Daily IQ 20% more, that means 900 only, right? So now the question is, the respective ratio between number of aspirants who subscribe to RRB clerk, SBI, IBPS clerk is 756. Then find the average number of aspirants who subscribe to SBI clerk and then IBPS clerk. SBI and then IBPS. Total how many parts are there? 11 parts upon 18 parts among some number, right? Come on. So that must be 5400. But the question is average, right? Average for how many exams? That means again we need to take half of this number. But here the interesting point is you have 11 in the numerator. Answer must be 11 multiple. How many options are 11 multiples here? Only first option. That's the final answer. You don't have to calculate. Yes. Tarun bought a bicycle at 780 and marked the price at 50% above its cost price. That means 50% of the given number, which is 390, that means market price is 1170. Is that okay? And gave a discount of m percentage on its market price and sold the item at 936. So when the selling price is mentioned as 936, how much discount is offered here? 234 discount is offered. Yes, which is 20% of the market price only. So m value is equal to 20%. Continue. If the value of m is increased by 20% for the same cost price and the market price, then find what will be the new selling price. What was m value we got? 20%, and that should be increased by 20%. 20% of 20. 4 increased. 24. So now instead of 20% upon 1170, we need to give 24% discount and need to calculate selling price only. Yes or no? Instead of doing this, we can reduce the simplification. What you can do is, already we gave 20% discount. Extra discount we are giving, right? How much is that extra discount? 4%. Or you can say 20% of this number. Come on. Or I can even calculate 20% of this number. How do you get 234? When you calculate 20% only. Ardhamainda? So 20% of 20% ante 4% annaru. మీరు పైకి వెళ్ళి 1170 మీద 4% క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసినా లేదా 234 మీద 20% క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసినా ఒకటే కదా నెంబర్ వచ్చేది. ఎస్, వాట్ ఈస్ 10% ఆఫ్ దాట్ నెంబర్? 20%, 46.8. extra discount we are giving, right? In 936 already one discount is offered. That extra discount directly I am subtracting from selling price. Then our answer must end with 9.2. Third option, final answer. Even if you calculate, you will get 889.2. అర్థమైందా? యాక్చువల్గా చేయాల్సింది ఏంటంటే 1170 మీద 24% క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయాలి. ఇది చేయటం ఎందుకు? ఆల్రెడీ 20% చేసి వాళ్ళే ఇచ్చారు కదా, దాని మీద ఎక్స్ట్రా 20% డిస్కౌంట్ ఇస్తున్నాం, తగ్గిపోయింది, అయిపోయింది. ఓవర్. ఎస్, అండర్స్టూడ్ ద లాజిక్ ఎవ్రీబడి? షూర్? పెదక మిడిల్ పర్సన్ ఫస్ట్ బెంచ్, అర్థమైందా? అండర్స్టూడ్ ద లాజిక్? చాలా సీరియస్గా చూస్తూ ఉన్నారు దాని వైపు, అందుకనే అడిగాను. Prem and Lucky started a business with initial investments of K rupees and then 3,400 respectively. If the profit share of Prem and Lucky at the end of 16 months in the respective ratio 14:17. Now who started the business? Both at a time? Do you have any information saying either Prem or Lucky changed their investment? That means they have invested for initial amount for the entire time period. Whether it is for 16 months or 10 months or 1 year, doesn't matter. Profit sharing ratio mentioned as 14:17. Hence their investment also must be in the same ratio. Second person profit share 17 parts. For his investment 3,400. First person profit share 14 parts. 17. 2 times 2 zeros. 14 2 times 28 and then 00, and this is the K value, and the question is 3K minus 2,700. 3 times of this number, 8,400 minus 2,700, answer 5,700. Then the respective ratio of the monthly income of Praveen and Shiva is 17:19. Praveen spends 56% of his income on various items and then remaining he saves 13,464. And then the find yearly savings of. Do remember the data is regarding monthly, question is regarding yearly savings of Shiva if his monthly expenditure is 15,400. See, from the monthly income, if you subtract monthly expenditure, which already mentioned as 15,400, then we will get monthly savings. And when this is multiplied with 12, then we will get yearly savings. Yes or no? First, let me verify. 12 into something. Answer must be 3 multiple. Can it be first option? Can it be second option? Come on. Can it be third option? Yes. Can it be fourth option? Yes. Can it be fifth option? No. First and last are eliminated. Yes. Right. Now continue. We have to calculate. Now, Praveen spends 56% of his income. Spendings in the sense expenditure only. 56% is over. How much is remaining? 44% calculated on Praveen's income only. How much was his income? 17 parts. Among 17 parts only 44% is remaining. Agreed? And the remaining is savings. Remaining is 44% only, which is equal to 13,464. From this, if I want one part value, I need to take 17 and then 44 by 100 to the right hand side. ఇక్కడ వన్ పార్ట్ కావాలంటే 17ని ఈ నంబర్ని రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ తీసుకెళ్ళాలి కదా. తీసుకెళ్ళి వన్ పార్ట్ ఎంత క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేద్దాం. ఓకేనా? దెన్ P ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 13,464 into 100 divided by 44 into 70. Yes, this is one part value, but the question is about Shiva only. Shiva's income is, come on, 19 parts in the sense into 19 only. This is monthly income of Shiva, correct? From this, if you subtract monthly expenditure of Shiva, then we will get monthly savings. So let us first simplify this, then we'll convert it to later. Is that okay? 11 4 times, 11 ones, 2 times, 2 times, 4 times, 4 3 0 6, 17 10 times 170, 20 times 340. Our numerator is 34 less than 340. That means 2 times less than 20 times. How much is that? 18 into 19. Product of consecutive numbers. Small number square plus small number. 18 square plus 18. 342. And then 00. Yes. Which is monthly income of Shiva. From this, if you subtract monthly expenditure, which is 15,400, this value ends with 800 only. What is this? Monthly savings of Shiva. And to calculate yearly savings, this must be multiplied with 12 only. That means answer must end with 600 only. Yes. How many options are ending with 600? Come on. Can this be your answer? Because you'll definitely get, here itself you will get 5-digit number. That is multiplied with 12, then you will get 6-digit number. Ardhamainda? So can your answer be a second option? Fourth is final answer. Over. Done. Shall I go to next question? The respective ratio of length and height and radius of a circular cone is 3:1. The area of the base of the cone is 616. Find the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone formula: 1/3 pi r square h. Pi is involved. Answer must be 11 multiple. Can it be first option? No. Second? No. Third? No. Fourth? Yes. Fifth? Fifth option? Yes or no? So now when you observe 4th and 5th, one is even, one is odd. Correct. So let's decide our answer is even number or odd number. Is that okay? Is that okay? Right. Now base mentioned as 616, base area. For cone, base is circular in shape, area in the sense pi r square, pi r square 616 11 2 times 50 6 times 20 8 times r square value 7 into 28, 7 into 28, even or odd? Come on, if r square is even, r will be even or odd? And now the ratio between height and radius is 3:1. That means one part value is even number, height is 3 parts only. If one part is even number, 3 parts, will that be even or odd? Even only. Radius is even, height is also even. If you substitute those values here, all the values in numerator are even. Can your answer be even number or odd number? Even number or odd number? Even number, 4th option, final answer. Otherwise, you'll have to calculate. Come on, let's see. If r square is equal to 7 into 28, 28 can be written as 7 4 times. 7 into 7 into 4, 7 square into 2 square, which is equal to 14. So 1/3 22 by 7 r square 14 into 14. Height is 3 times of 14, matladandi, which is equal to 42. This is 21, matladali. 21, 2 times 44 into 14 square, 196. Answer must end with 4. Understood? So idantha cheyakunda manam even odd ane concept lo vellipoyam. The average runs scored by Dinesh Karthi in 25 matches is 78.8. In the next match, he scored some runs and his average increased by 1.2. Then find how many runs were scored in the last match. So far, how many matches are over? 25. In which match he is playing now? In 26th match also, if at all, if he scores 78.8 runs, which was average till that match. Ardhamainda? In 26th match also, if he scores 78.8 runs, what will happen to the average? Average will be same as before. But after 26 matches, what happened to average? Average increase. That means Dinesh Karthi, did he score more marks than 78.8 or less marks? More runs, correct? Plus. Yes. In which innings he is playing now? And average increased by how much? Average increased by 1.2 for how many matches? All 26 matches. So that is 26 into 1.2. Correct. 1 time of 26. 26.2 times. 5.2. Yes. 0.8 added to 5.2. 0.8 added to 5.2. It becomes 6, right? 6 plus 26. 32. 32, 78. Come on. 1. So how many runs he scored? 110. Adhamainda? Yes. "50 women working 12 hours a day can weave 60 sweaters in 20 days. If X men work for 16 hours per day for 24 days, then find how many men are required weaving 120 weavers, given that the efficiency of each woman is 20%, more efficient than men. So if men efficiency is 100%, women efficiency 120 ratio. So men are doing 5 parts, women are doing 6 parts. When the women started, when women started the work, how many women started? 50 women, where each woman efficiency is 6 parts. Like that, how many hours they work? 12 hours. How many days they work? And how many sweaters they have weaved? 60. This is M, this is H, this is D, and the denominator I am writing W. M D H by W. Clarity? Vachinda? Sure. So work enti ikkada? What is work involved here? Weaving 60 sweaters. So in the denominator I'll write 60. Is that okay? Right. Now when men started the work, how many men started? X men started. X men efficiency is equal to X into 5 parts. Correct? How many hours they are working now? 16 hours. How many days they are working? So 16 hours, 24 days. And what is work involved here? Weaving 120 sweaters. So denominator 120. 60. 2 times 2, 12 times 12, 12 got cancelled, PP got cancelled, 5, 10 times here, then X is equal to 10 into 6 into 20 divided by 16. 4, 4 times 4, 5 times. This is 60, right? 10 into 6. 4 how many times is 60? 15 into 5. X is equal to 70. We just did M D H by W. M1 D1 H1 by W1 is equal to M2 D2 H2 by W2. This is what we use, nothing more than this. Have you understood?